Hello, I'm Chase Jones, and this is my critique of Night of the Living Dead. In this movie, we get a few different characters. We have Ben, badass, man of action. Then there's Barbara, she's just catatonic as hell. Harry, a middle-aged balding dad who hates having no power over the situation. And we hate him. A lot. Helen, Harry's surprisingly rational wife. Then we have Karen, little zombified Cooper. Little zombified girl. And as much as I'd like to, we can't forget Judy. Who is? She's useless. Dear God. And then there's Tom. Tom is short, and he has sideburns. And he's kind of money. Just like someone else we know. Until he's not. And then I hate him. And I want to kick him. Moving on. The film opens with Barbara and her brother Johnny visiting their father's grave. I don't really care to know if it's their father's or someone else's. In the middle of Podunk, Pennsylvania. When all of a sudden, a zombie attacks her not religious brother because God likes to smite the sinners. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Anyway, Barbara gets scared and runs away. She trips a few times, but eventually makes it to the car. But it does her no good because she crashes that shit. But eventually, she finds herself in an old farmhouse and takes shelter there. Then Ben shows up. And he finds a gun. It's Ben. But with a big old gun. Moving on. Alright, by now, Harry and Tom have arrived, and we learn that Helen, Karen, and Judy are all in the basement. Or, as Kendall likes to call it, the chasement. Chasement. Get it? It's funny because it's my name. But basement. For the sake of time, I'm going to scrub forward a little bit. So, we see there's a major power struggle between Harry and Ben. This occurs throughout the entire movie, and it causes a lot of trouble for us later. But right now, I want to talk about where the tension really starts to build between this group of people. And that is right after Tom f***s everything up. So, essentially what happens is, Ben has a plan to get everyone evacuated from the house. There's a gas pump out front by the truck. And the goal is to have Tom, who understands how to use the gas pump, fill the truck so that they can all escape. But this is a zombie movie, so God forbid anything go right or any character be competent enough to handle the situation at hand. So, Tom gets gas everywhere, but in the gas tank. And go figure, the gas that gets spilled gets accidentally lit by Ben's torch, and everything goes up in flames. The truck takes the brunt of this, making it useless, correct? Well, if you're Tom, you don't think so, because then you just shove Judy in there, and then you jump in, you try to drive away, and you get yourself blown up. Fast forward towards the end. The zombies, they're trying to get in, and they almost have Helen, but Harry is not at all concerned. The only thing he cares about is getting the gun from Ben. But Ben won't let him have it, so he just shoots his ass. Barbara then snaps out of her catatonic state and tries to help Helen, but she gets killed by the zombies. Helen then flees to the basement, where she is actually killed by Karen. That's right, Karen, full zombie mode, kills her own mother, leaving only Ben, who survives until morning. Sadly, only to be killed by the militia, who they have been watching on the television the entire time. And that's when I decided I truly did hate this movie, because that was a nonsense ending. I spent the entire film with Ben, getting to know Ben, liking Ben, because everyone else sucked, and then they killed him anyway. Absurdity. Now, there were technical and artistic aspects that I did in fact really enjoy. I just did not like the story. For example, I love the camera work. I love the way the fire looks on old film, and I love that really bad punch sound effect. It adds a charm that you just don't get now. Now, I did enjoy the use of the television and the radio as a storytelling device. However, it felt like a crutch. It was very overused, much like this strange sequence of pictures that looks like me talking. But I'm going to keep using it anyway because I think it's hilarious and I spend way too much time working on it. Really quick, themes and motifs. Okay, so obviously racism, it's there. I don't know where, but it is. Symbols, the only thing I had was the gun because power. Okay, it's 1:30 in the morning and I am done with this garbage. Thank you all and good night.